Okay, so that takes us through all the things potentially that we're going to need to do if we're working in receipts and payments. We've got an annual return. You'll have your bank rec. So again, the bank rec report that we started with, you're going to need to take the figures from to again put into their format. You've got your explanation of variances, and remember, if anything else has gone on or if you needed to restate, you may need to provide some other information. Don't just take this as gospel as everything that you need, but this is going to be sort of the starting point of what you're going to need to do with all of this. And then there you got it. So if you're happy with everything, you've got your figures, you've taken the reports that you need. Having said that, you can come back and run the reports at any time, but assuming you've got everything, the final part of the process would be to close accounts. Okay, so what this will do here is it will do two things. Well, firstly, this top one blocks the account. So it will put a little padlock against it. And if you've ever gone back into any of your Scribe years and seen that padlock, you'll see what that means, meaning you can't add any information, you can't edit anything. You can still view all the transactions, you can still run reports, so it shouldn't limit you in any way. It just, as I mentioned earlier, stops you from having issues with things potentially being changed. And the bottom one, there'll be two if you're working in I&E, will copy forward the data to next year. So you can do that as soon as you've finished. If something then happens and you have another meeting or you realise you've missed something and something's not as it should be, you can come back very easily, unlock it, make any changes and just simply copy again to replace the figures. But you don't have to copy at this point, but then you potentially, then if you forget to ever do it, you'll have, as Debbie was mentioning, coming into the next year and realising you've got a zero for the prior year, even though it's closed, it just hasn't been copied forward. So it's something to consider within there.